What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking about the NBA trade deadline today, as it is less than a month away, and I'm actually recording this the same day I just recorded that DeAndre Jordan and George Hill discussion. So yes, I still am wearing my Joker shirt right now, and I just want you guys to be aware that I don't wear the same clothes every day, that's all. But anyway, go ahead and leave a like if you do enjoy this one. Let's go ahead and jump into 10 players that could possibly be traded at the NBA trade deadline. Starting off first with Mr. Kemba Walker. So this report came out the other day saying that the Hornets made Kemba Walker available, which is actually kind of surprising to me in a certain way. And then again, it's not. But if I'm a team that needs a point guard, I'm all over this right now, because Kemba Walker is worth $12 million a year for the next 2 years. That is a steal for Kemba Walker's caliber level right now. So I would go right after Kemba Walker if I had a chance. There's 3 teams that have been kind of connected to him as of late. I've heard rumors about the Detroit Pistons being interested. The New York Knicks is the main one, and I've also seen a bunch of Pacers fans want Kemba Walker, and I could see that happening as well. Honestly, I think Kemba Walker is most likely going to stay in the Eastern Conference, of course, but if he gets traded at all, we have no idea. But if he were to get traded, I could see him going to one of those 3 teams. I think the Knicks makes the most sense, but we'll have to wait and see. Him and Porzingis paired up together would be something very interesting in my opinion. Next, we got DeAndre Jordan, who we talked about yesterday in yesterday's video. Honestly, I recorded the video today, uploaded it today, but you guys won't see this video till tomorrow. So DeAndre Jordan really has only been connected to one team, and that's the Cleveland Cavaliers. And if DeAndre Jordan were to get traded, I think that's the only team he's going to go to. I don't think there's any other teams that's going to pop up in the sweepstakes. I've heard rumors about the Wizards as well, like a while back, but I don't think that's going to happen anymore. I think the Cavs got DeAndre Jordan in the bag. I think they might be able to land DeAndre Jordan. If they're going to be able to get him without trading the Nets pick, that's something we'll have to wait and see. If I'm the Cavaliers and I have to give up the Nets pick for DeAndre Jordan, I'm not doing it. But other than that, we'll of course have to wait and see how the Cleveland Cavaliers will land DeAndre Jordan, maybe even George Hill, maybe even Kemba Walker. The Cleveland Cavaliers have been connected to like everybody. They've been connected to Kemba. I don't see the point of that. They already have Isaiah Thomas, so I don't see why getting Kemba Walker would make a difference. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But DeAndre Jordan is on this list as well. Next, we got Boogie Cousins. So DeMarcus Cousins, of course, is on this list because he's on a 1-year deal, and who knows if he'll resign with the Pelicans or not. Honestly, who knows if DeMarcus Cousins, who knows what DeMarcus Cousins is going to do, and who knows if the Pelicans really have a chance to win anything this year. I don't feel like they do, so that's why there's recent rumors that the Pelicans should just trade DeMarcus Cousins while they can and just keep rolling with Anthony Davis. It is exciting to see these two play together, but at the same time, I feel like everyone's right, and I feel like DeMarcus Cousins probably should be traded. 2 teams I've seen connected most to him is the Washington Wizards, just because of John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins playing together at Kentucky, and the Los Angeles Lakers, of course, which they're almost connected to everybody, which they have been rumored to get DeMarcus Cousins for a long time, so I don't know. I'm not sure about the Los Angeles Lakers making any moves to get DeMarcus Cousins to trade down deadline. They're not even competing at all, so it'd be kind of weird if they just pulled a trigger on a DeMarcus Cousins deal when he's on a 1-year deal. But next we got Nikola. Alright, sorry about that random cut, guys. My neighbor started screaming outside, and it was just really random, and it really distracted me, and I was kind of curious of what was going on, but jumping right back into this, Nikola Mirotic has been wanting out of the Cleveland, or not the Cleveland Cavaliers. See, I'm talking about the Cavaliers too much, man. Cavaliers have been just in every rumor this year, I swear. But Mirotic has been wanting out of the Chicago Bulls, it seems like, and he's playing pretty well this year off the bench. He ain't even starting for the Bulls. He's been playing well, averaging around 16 points a game, I think, right now. Let me turn off my phone, guys. I'm very sorry about that, but it has been recently rumored that he really wants to go to the Utah Jazz. Derek Favors and Nikola Mirotic swap has been discussed, which I think would be a nice trade for both sides. I think Derek Favors could use a fresh start, maybe in a different place, such as Chicago, and I think Mirotic could really help the Utah Jazz, maybe get an 8th seed push at the end of the season. But I think Mirotic 100% could potentially be traded at the NBA trade deadline. Of course, all of these guys could, but I think Mirotic is 99.9% going to be traded. Next, we got CJ McCollum. So, I'm a Blazers fan, and I don't want to see this at all. I don't want CJ McCollum to be traded. He's my favorite player next to Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard's my favorite player, but I love CJ McCollum. And he's just been in recent rumors, and I'm just very afraid, guys. The reason why I put him in this video is because I'm scared that the Blazers are going to trade him. But at the same time, if we were going to trade CJ McCollum, and I don't think it's going to happen in the trade deadline, we're going to have to get something really good in return. And I mean something really good. And I want something really good in return for CJ McCollum. I don't want to just trade him for young studs or something, like young future prospects. I don't want that. I want to trade him for something good. He's been connected to getting traded to the New Orleans Pelicans for either Anthony Davis or DeMarcus Cousins. I don't know if the Blazers would ever pull the trigger on that. Neil O'Shea has been really, really adamant about not wanting to trade Damian Lillard or CJ McCollum, which I really approve of. I love both those two. They just need to get rid of Evan Turner's contract, Myers Leonard, and Maurice Harkless, and then they need to sign just a few more guys. Mirotic, McCollum, Nurkic, Yusuf Nurkic. I'm sorry about that, guys. We'll get that. That could be for a future video. I just lost. I was trying to say Jokic. Anyway, Lou Williams is next. Lou Williams obviously is having a great year with the Los Angeles Clippers. In the last year of his contract, he's mostly been connected to the Cleveland Cavaliers because, like I said before in the video, Cleveland Cavaliers are just connected to almost everybody, it seems like, in this year's trade deadline. They just want everybody. Although Lou Williams would bring a different dynamic to the Cleveland Cavaliers off their bench, I just think it's the last thing the Cavs need. The Cavs have plenty of offense. I don't see why they want to get Lou Williams, but if they were to, I think it could help them a little bit. But I can see Lou Williams getting traded to a contender this year, and if the Clippers were able to trade him, which I think they should because Lou Williams probably won't resign, they should just trade him to a contender, and Lou Williams could help off the bench or maybe even start like he does for the Clippers now, and we'll just have to wait and see on Lou Williams' future. He's been traded a lot recently. Next, we got Julius Randle. So Julius Randle has popped up in recent trade rumors earlier in the season, but it's very obvious why Julius Randle needs to be traded. Julius Randle is on the last year of his contract. The Lakers have two players, Kyle Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, at those forward spots, and those two need to get majority of the minutes over Julius Randle. They seem to have more promise than Julius Randle does at this point. So Randle needs to go to a different team. I've seen him connected to the Blazers, the Mavericks, and the Washington Wizards. Where he goes, I would most likely see him going to the Dallas Mavericks more than anything. I know a Nerlens Noel for Julius Randle swap was discussed, I believe. Not sure if that's still gonna happen. I think the Mavs should 100% pull the trigger on that, and the Lakers should too, because they could just let Nerlens Noel walk after this season, and then they get rid of Julius Randle. Maybe the Lakers get a pick out of it as well. That way it's worth their while trading Julius Randle, because there's no point of letting him walk in free agency without getting nothing when he's still a pretty young player that any team could potentially use right now, and that could really help them. Anyway, next we got Rodney Hood, which this one's kind of surprising. I did not see this rumor other than today. Rodney Hood has been interested by multiple teams of according to sources. Mark Stein, I think, tweeted this. Those teams, you ask? I have no idea. None of the teams were spilled. None of the teams have been named yet. I have no idea what teams are interested in Rodney Hood right now. I feel like every team in the NBA should almost be interested in Rodney Hood, though. He's 25 years old, and he can put up some points. So, Blazers maybe? That's just me saying Blazers because they're my favorite team, and I would love to have Rodney Hood. But other than that, I don't really know what teams are interested in Rodney Hood. There wasn't really any reports or rumors saying that any team was necessarily interested in him. It just said there was multiple teams interested in him. So, who really knows? I have no idea who's going after Rodney Hood. But he is in recent trade rumors, which I could see him being traded, of course. But that's totally up to the Jazz what they want to do. If they want to just give Donovan Mitchell more touches, and trading Rodney Hood might be the way to go. Next, we got Jordan Clarkson, who's been popped up in trade rumors and trade rumors and trade rumors. He was popped up in trade rumors last year, and now he's in them again this year. But I think this could be a very, very good chance that Jordan Clarkson does get traded. I think a good team for Jordan Clarkson to go to could be the Memphis Grizzlies, maybe even the Detroit Pistons. But I think the Grizzlies could be a nice suitor for Jordan Clarkson, because Clarkson could potentially, depending on what the Grizzlies do with Marc Gasol and Mike Conley in the future and this season, etc., Clarkson could be maybe number 1 to number 2 option there for a while they're still in rebuild mode. And Jordan Clarkson's a nice scorer. He comes off the bench for the Lakers right now, and if the Grizzlies were to give him a chance, I could see some promise out of Jordan Clarkson. I could see him being a really good scorer on a starting team, and I could see him averaging around 20 points per game, to be honest with you. So Grizzlies could be really in interest if they wanted to. They could potentially land Jordan Clarkson, which wouldn't be a bad idea whatsoever. Next, speaking of the Grizzlies, we got Marc Gasol. Last but certainly not least, Marc Gasol, and this includes Mike Conley too, I guess. But will these two be traded at the trade deadline? Who knows? The Grizzlies they don't really have a sense of direction right now, it seems like. They have Tyreke Evans as well. I should have put him in this video. I totally forgot about him. Tyreke Evans, Mike Conley, Marc Gasol. They should just have all three of those guys up for trade. And if there was anybody I would want, is Tyreke Evans, because he's on like a 1-year, $4 million contract, and he's still pretty young, and he's playing the best career, or playing the best season of his career so far since his rookie season. But I could see Marc Gasol potentially going to a contending team like the Raptors or the Celtics over there in the East. Maybe even the Cavs if they want to really get desperate. But other than that, guys, that's my top 10 players I feel like could be potentially traded at the trade deadline. Also, smash that like button if you did enjoy. And let me know any other players I might have left out of the video that you feel like might be traded, or where you think these 10 players will be traded to. But other than that, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already for more daily NBA talk and content. This is Crushables, and I'm saying peace.